wanna? We're back with part 3, everybody.
Yes.
We just got lost.
Yeah, we just got
Yeah, facts. We're really supposed to be on some other street, but sometimes we're at New Amsterdam and I have no idea where this is. So yeah, TBA what's happening.
Where do you want to go?
We're going to the Morris Jumel Mansion.
Okay.
Oh, so Morris Jumel Mansion we're going, and somebody just directed us from now.
That's the
So
whole point of this whole video.
let's go.
Get up front.
Get up front.
What do you think?
Get up front, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you see we're at West.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. So, yeah. Don't pitch it to what just happened. We're at like West 161 Street. So let's go.
We can still make it.
Yeah, we can still make it, bro. Let's hurry up, son.
Come on before these people. It's a tour bus. Let's
Let's
get ahead.
go. Oh yeah, son. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, let's do this thing. Up these amazing stairs. Oh, look at this old-fashioned brick wall. All these little children here, though. The cool guy.
Went down there as a rotten egg.
I'm running people right now. So if you hear some stuff, it's me. We're at the Morris Jumel Mansion. See all those children come here. That's Jessica. She's okay running.
Here we are, the mansion, boy.
Yeah, we're the whatever you said he was. Here is the Morris Jumel Mansion. We're here. Yes, we're here, right? Yeah. See, we're here. Let's go see what is happening.
Dang it.
Main entrance.
Somebody went in through here, but we can't.
Let's go. Look at this beautiful scenery.
Oh, yeah.
1 year date.
I know. Ain't too bad. This person right here. Trick or treat. Oh,
Halloween?
of course.
Halloween's over anyway.
Ooh. Ooh.
Look,
Where?
if you knock on the front door, there'll be a trap door.
Look at this rat cat though. It looks like the Cheshire cat.
I expect your house.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, here's our
Really quick things to go over. So our
you know, the tour.
90 minutes,
Whatever.
11:30 the time you need to leave today. Around that, if you've been a couple minutes over 1:50. Okay, sure. And we know you're doing an activity down in the basement, so we're gonna start on
Activity.
this floor.
We get to go free.
Go through the different floors of the house and then end there with that activity. Sounds good. Just really quickly, a couple of quick things to go over before we head inside. This house is a museum, so have you all been to museums before? Yeah.
Right.
So just to go
So
over,
don't touch
it's
the
really
camera.
important that we not touch any
Don't
of the
touch
objects.
the camera.
Also that we not touch the
what
walls.
he
Our
said.
wallpaper is all hand painted, so treat it like a painting.
Are you
As
sure
we
about
move through,
that?
if you can just be careful of where you're stepping and just walk carefully instead of running. We don't want anyone to get hurt on their
Exactly.
That's mostly Derek right there running.
all of that being
right.
said, there's a place inside where you can drop off your bags. So I will lead you in and we can go ahead and get started.
Let's get started.
Creepy. Halloween's over.
Coolness.
This is like a huge mansion. We're so look. That's like a family. Look at that. Look at that.
So we're gonna head
It's a good thing I'm making a video. Otherwise, everybody would have been for it.
Okay.
Hey, Aiden, move. Look at this beautifulness.
Look at that.
Is this George Washington or something? I don't know. Oh, moolah, moolah, moolah. Facts. OMG, this looks like an awesome ballroom.
Yeah, you can drop it your And then if you actually just want to grab a seat right on the floor, this is where we're gonna get started.
Oh, something's going down. For real.
Aiden, what are you doing?
Awesome moves, yeah.
Look, it's a whole wide mirror. You see this epicness right here? I'm glad I'm making the video, Mom.
Alright. So we're gonna get started right in here. If I can have everyone just grab a seat, I'm gonna sit as well.
It's gonna trap door. I know it's a trap door. Hang on. It's gonna make sure I'm going to activate one day. It will happen eventually.
There are no trapdoors in this house, I can promise you that.
What isn't cool though?
You just ruined it for me.
What isn't cool though?
Alright, can you grab the seats, please? I promise you're not.
It's called the cool dance.
Dang it.
Thank you. So, welcome everyone to the Morris Jumel Mansion.
Thank you.
Do you know why you're all here today?
No.
No.
Alright, well, you're here to learn a little bit about the history of this house. This house is actually the oldest house in Manhattan. It was built all the way to 1765. So there are a lot of different people who have lived here and lived through some really interesting times that you're probably learning a bit about in school right now. So we're going to be talking about the people who live in the house, and we're going to be talking about what their lives were like and what it was like to live through a lot of these events. We are going to be talking about George Washington, so we'll get to Washington.
Called it.
But first, before we can get to Washington, we have to start with the person who actually built this house. And his name was
Robert Plumpton.
Colonel Roger Morris.
Colonel?
Colonel.
Roger.
Yeah,
Roger's
Colonel Roger Morris.
The same thing though.
So he was born in England. He came over to this area to fight in the French and Indian War. Have you all learned about that French and Indian War in school?
Yeah.
Are you ready? So he came over to fight in that war. And then when the war was over, he decided to stay. He worked for the British government right here in New York. He met Mary Phillips Morris. They got married.
That's like a dog.
She was his wife.
Wait, hang on. Look at that.
And he built this house for her, actually as a wedding present. This was a gift that he gave his wife as a wedding present. The Morrises had a lot of money, and so their main house was downtown, where New York City was at the time. It's hard to think about today, but New York City in 1765, when this house was built, was only the very, very tip of the island of Manhattan. So everything that's below 14th Street, below Union Square today in Manhattan, that was New York City at the time in 1765, in the years leading up to the American Revolution. But today, New York City, as we know, is the whole island of Manhattan. It's the Bronx, it's Brooklyn, it's Queens, it's Staten Island. New York City was actually a lot smaller then than it is now. And so when the Morrises built this house, it wasn't part of the city. It was considered to be the countryside. So they built this house actually to be their country getaway, to be their escape from the city. And they chose this house in particular, they chose this spot for their country getaway because of something to do with its geography. So I'm actually going to ask you all, thinking about what you noticed when you came up here, if you imagine all these buildings are gone, this was 300 years ago, so there weren't all of the buildings we see outside, there weren't the same sorts of streets. There would have been a lot of trees, a lot of grass, a lot of fields. Why might someone choose to build a country house here? Yeah.
To just see the beauty of all of it. The beauty.
Yeah, excellent. So to be able to see all of the nature, to be able to see the landscape. In particular, one thing that made it really great to see all the landscape from this house was that this is actually the highest point, or one of the highest points in Manhattan. So where we are now, we're on a hill, and the very top of the hill we're on is the highest point in Manhattan. So being really high up meant that Roger and his wife Mary, when they were standing out on that porch walking in, they would have been able to see all the way down to the bottom of Manhattan, to Brooklyn, to a little bit of Queens, to the Bronx, which is right next to us, to upstate New York, and to New Jersey. So they had basically a 360-degree view of their surrounding area. And so they really, really wanted to have that view and to have a house where they could see all of that stuff. There was also a really main road heading down to New York City itself that ran right next to this hill that Morris was on. So from 1765, when people came to New York City, they would have to pass his house on the hill. And everyone would have known that his house was up there. Roger Morris, from what we know about him, seems like the kind of guy who was really interested in his status. He was really interested in what people thought of him. So building a house here was a way that he was able to have a house where everyone would be able to see it on their way into New York. This room also helps us kind of think about who Roger Morris was as a person. So I want everyone to actually take a moment. I want you to look around this room, and I want you to think about what Roger and his wife Mary might have used it for in 1765. So I'm gonna actually let you just
The
discuss that amongst
Morrises.
yourself for a little bit. Looking around this room, what might it be good for?
Tracking basement.
This awesome picture of Morris.
It's probably the size. What is that?
And some tourists. FYI, my grandmother. And the beautiful hallway. Hello.
You just got hit in the right spot.
Bye. People, thank you for keeping this food, drink, personal, and
Yeah, so it's right over to the left. All right, so I'm gonna ask everyone to take a couple more moments looking around. I know it's really exciting, but just looking carefully.
Where are they going?
And you can also just remember to
Where
look
are they going, bruh?
stomping or anything. All right, and I'm gonna ask you all to grab another seat. So now you all just grab
The
another
view of the awesome garden. The amazing Peter. The cool guy. Goodbye, people. Bye.
All right.
Part 3 coming.